In this video, I'm going to talk to you how you can build rapport so that you can attract clients to you with ease and get them to say yes to your coaching program. Hello guys, and welcome back to the Coaching Masters channel, where we share valuable coaching content every single week. So make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss it. Building rapport is one of the most important things that we're going to do, especially when we're first getting started, especially as a new coach, because people buy from those that they know, like, and trust. So if people don't know us, they're going to be harder to sell to. That's going to be more of a cold sale, and it's going to be more challenging for us to sell them our coaching program. So this is why we want to try to get people to know us, because it's going to be just easier that way. So this is where building up your social media account comes in. If you start producing content, you start putting yourself out there on stories, people start seeing your face, they start seeing what you're like, they're seeing your posts, they're seeing what you're about. It's going to be a lot easier to start to sell to people that are already in your audience than, say, just calling up someone on the phone and trying to pitch them your coaching program. So that is part one, is that we really want to get people to try to get to know us. When people know us and then they like us, they like what you're about, they like your personality, they see that you're authentic online, they see who you are as a person, and then they see that you are putting valuable content out there. So one, they like who you are. Two, they're seeing what you're doing and they go, do you know what? I think this person can actually help me. And it helps to build up that trust. Now, if you have someone who is new to your community, it means that you can still sell to them if they are new in your community. But these are some tricks that you can do so that we can get people to say yes to your program, so they can get to know you quickly and they can see that there is some form of trust there, so they do want to buy from you. Trust is a very important thing when it comes to selling, because if people don't trust that you can help them, they're not going to buy from you. So you need to show them that you are the person who can help them with their specific problem. They need to know that you are the person that they can go to, and they are confident that by purchasing this course, they are going to get to whatever goal that they are hoping to achieve. This is why it is easier when we're selling directly from our audience, because obviously these people already begin to trust us. They see the content you're putting out there and they go, yes, okay, I know that Bonnie can help me. I know that Bonnie is a person who can help me with this problem, and I am going to purchase this from her. And so that sale is going to be a lot easier. Now, when you have someone that is new, we want to make sure that we are building rapport and building it quickly. So these are some ways that you can build rapport quickly to someone that is new to your audience, or they're just not that familiar with you and what you do. Maybe you've met them at a networking event. Maybe you've met them at the bar. Maybe you've just met them, going for a run. Who knows, at the gym. There's so many places where we can just meet leads and build new connections. So we always need to be on the lookout for these places and just be talking to people about what we're doing. And this is why, again, it's so important that you're going out there and telling people that you are a coach, you're telling people what you do, and you're trying to get them into a conversation so that you can see if you can help them. Every person you meet is a potential lead. So this is why it's really important that we are building these connections and building up rapport with anyone we meet and anyone who reaches out to us. Now, the first step to building rapport is we want to make a good impression. So first impressions matter. If you come on to a discovery call, or you're meeting someone and you're looking a bit straggly or just not put together, depending on what kind of image you're trying to give off, people may not want to buy from you. So we want to make sure we are giving off the image of the person that we want to attract. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be super professional, suit and tie, but whatever demographic, whatever your niche is, you want to be put together so that you know that when they see you, they're going to go, okay, yeah, I like this person. I like what they're about. People judge us within the first 7 seconds of meeting us. So we need to make sure that we are prepared for those discovery calls, for the random people we meet, so that we can make sure that we are getting all of those clients, which equals more sales, which equals more money in your pocket, which means more people that you're actually able to help. First things first, we want to make sure that we are on time. If you have a scheduled discovery call, you want to make sure that you are there before your potential client. So make sure that you are on your Zoom or, ready for your phone call, whatever way you are going to get in touch with them. You are ready and you can accept them into the room when it is time. This is good for both parties because it gives you, a couple minutes to relax before your call, get in the zone, get grounded, and then they know that you are there ready to invite them in and they can prepare and get ready for their call. Now, another thing that helps to make a good first impression is to be open and be confident. Now, if you are open and confident, this is your call. This person is coming to you. They need to make sure that they can see right away that you are confident in what you're about. So if I open the call and say, hi, Susie, how are you doing today? Susie replies, oh, it's so great to have you here. I know we've been chatting a little bit online. You see, I'm opening with a big smile. I'm opening with a bit of conversation. It's a bit harder on Zoom, but I'm staring at Susie. So, my eyes aren't maybe like looking at my phone, looking down, because you can see on screen if you're looking somewhere else. I'm looking directly at the camera, looking at Susie on the screen. If I'm in person, I'm definitely gonna make eye contact with them as well. So I'm setting myself up. I'm confident. I feel like I'm good to guide Susie through this discovery call so that she knows what the plan is and I can put her at ease. This is something that we always want to be thinking about, is how can we put the client at ease? If I were this person on the call, how would I be feeling? Well, I might be excited, but I also might be a little nervous, or I may not know what I've gotten myself into. So we want to make sure that whatever we're doing, we are just making the space really, really pleasant and being open to them, confident. If I were to answer the call a little bit like this, hi, Susie. It's great to have you. I'm really glad you're here today. It's really nice to meet you. Everything is off, right? Tonality, everything plays such a big part in the image that we are giving off to someone. So we want to make sure that within that, our posture is really good. If I answer the call like this, it represents and shows I'm confident. If I'm kind of slouching like this and, hi, Susie. Yeah, it's really good to be here. Like nervous. You can tell that energy, and it shrugged and it shrank. I don't feel confidence when I'm sitting like this, right? If I'm hunched over, it doesn't feel good. I can't own the space. I'm trying to be small. I'm trying to shrink. No, I want to be sitting up straight, shoulders down, shoulders back, talking to Susie, engaging with her, excited for her to be here, feeling confident in myself, in my program, knowing that this is just a conversation to see whether Susie and I are a good fit to work together. And by the end of the call, we're going to have a really great decision made, and we're going to know whether it's the right thing to move forward, or whether, I can give Susie some other tips to help her. Either way, it's going to be a really beneficial call, and Susie's going to get a lot out of it. I can feel 100% confident in that. So make sure that you are confident in what you are offering before getting on your call. If you are confident and if you believe in yourself and your program, I fully believe that coaching can help change lives. Coaching transforms people, transforms their mindset, their behaviors. It helps so many people. I've seen it, I've witnessed it. But even before I had tons of clients and experience behind me, I believed in it so much. I knew that coaching was this superhuman power that I had that was able to help people. And if I didn't get this information out, then I was doing the world a disservice. So I really believed in it, right? I believe that this person that is sitting behind their computer screen looking back at me is going to be worse off than if I hadn't have had this conversation with them. So I believe that going into this call fully, wholly, and that's going to help take it in a really positive direction and help them to trust you. If you trust yourself, it's going to make it a lot easier for the other person to trust you. And this brings us into authenticity. We want to make sure that we are authentic. We are being who we are. We are just naturally being that person, This is me. Hello, Susie. It's great to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. I've got a little hand gestures, I'm a bit hand ducky. That's just me. And I'm excited. I'm a smiley person naturally, but if you do notice, I'm very smiley when I'm opening up the intro, because smiling is another thing that helps to build that good first impression, build rapport. So I'm looking, smiling, confident, shoulders down, hair is nice, as nice as it can be while I'm in Bali, and sometimes it gets a little frizzy. I've made my face nice. I feel like I've got a good appearance, and it's just a bit more casual because that's the kind of clients that I am working with. So here we are. This is me. I'm ready. This is my authentic self presenting to Susie. Now, once we have made this good first impression and we've gotten past the first 7 seconds, then it's really good to break the ice. So if you heard me in that little example, I started to ask Susie, a few questions. You can break the ice by talking about the weather, oh, hi, Susie, it's so great to finally meet you. Gosh, where in the world are you? I'm in Bali right now, and it was a scorcher today. And then see what they reply, right? See where they are. So you can just do some small talk, break the ice. You can find out, oh, so have you done any coaching before? Do you know what to expect? No, you've never done coaching before? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about how coaching works, just so you are familiar, you can get comfortable. There's no right or wrong answer here. Whatever comes into your head, you're just gonna share it, and we're gonna have a really great session today. Does that sound good? Okay. And then I'm also maybe gonna pre-frame. If I am in a conversation where it is a discovery call and I haven't just met someone randomly, then I'm gonna make sure that I pre-frame the call so that Susie knows what she wants to expect. So I'm gonna pre-frame the call so that Susie knows what she can expect. So I'm gonna go, okay, so this is a call where we can see if we are a good fit to work together. So once you have done a little bit of small talk, then you can go into the coaching or what you do. And if you're meeting someone in person, then maybe you see someone at the gym and you're like, oh man, cool shoes. Where did you get those? Those are awesome. I love that. Oh yeah. So, I've seen you at the gym a few times. Break the ice, whatever you need to say to get in a conversation, and then see where it leads, right? See what they do, make the conversation about them, be really interested in them. And this brings me to point number 3 that is going to be really valuable, whether we are online or whether we are in person, for building rapport. And it's all about active listening. So we really want to listen to the other person. We want to make this time about them. This is not about us. So you want to be interested in them. You want to be asking them questions. If you're online, if it's a discovery call and it's planned, starting to ask them questions about, well, why are you here? What brings you here? What's on your mind? All of these things to open up conversation. What's brought you to coaching today? Anything like that, so that you can just find out more details, and you're going to really be listening to what they have to say. Now, here's an interesting fact. They've done research, and the best dates that people have are where they walk away and they're like, wow, that was a really amazing date. It's not so much because the other person was so amazing, it's because they actually got to speak about themselves more. So they find that the people that speaks the most on the date will walk away feeling like it was a really good date. So we like to talk about ourselves, and a lot of the time we don't get listened to fully. We don't have someone that just fully listens to everything that we have to say. And so it can be really valuable when this happens. So that is a great way to build rapport, is to listen and be genuinely interested in what the person across from you is saying. Now, this goes for your discovery call online. This goes to someone you're going to meet in person. If someone's talking to you, be interested in what they do. Find out who they are, right? Dig some questions, listen. And then eventually, after you've asked them so many questions, if this is, in person anyways, then they're going to want to find out more about you. So eventually the conversation will turn to, now, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? And that's when you can sweep in with what you do and try to get them on a discovery call. If you already have them on the discovery call, then you're going to be actively listening and coaching with them anyways. And so you're going to naturally be building that rapport by showing that you are interested in what they have to say and to see how you can support them. Now, I did briefly mention this, but point 4 is really just about being friendly, being genuine. So smiling and showing that genuine interest. You really care about finding out if you are a good fit or if this person can be your client at some future point, because you truly believe that you can help them. Point 5, the final point for building successful rapport quickly, so that you can get someone to say yes to your program, whether it's a discovery call or whether you're meeting them in person and it's just some random person that you've started speaking to, is all about building empathy. Now, the way that we do this is we are non-judgmental. So again, if we are in that discovery call space, whatever they are sharing with us, whatever they are being vulnerable with, we are listening and we are being non-judgmental. We are expressing that what they are feeling is valid. So whatever they say, we express it, yes, they are valid for feeling these feelings, and we held no judgment towards them for anything that they say to us. This is a completely safe space, and we are there to help them to have a transformation. This is a safe space, and we are just there to listen and see how we can support them. Another way to build empathy is that when we are listening to those key details so that we can repeat those back to our clients. This is going to help to build trust and show empathy, because it shows, one, that you're really listening to them, and it just helps them to hear the words back. So you're going to repeat them, you're going to paraphrase them, you're going to summarize them, and this can really help to show that you were listening and that you were empathetic to what they were saying and that you are giving it back to them without judgment, non-judgmental tone, and you are just really showing them, this is what you've said, and seeing, is this true? Is this how you feel? To kind of gauge where they are really at. So those are the 5 ways that you can help to build rapport, to get clients to come to you easily, to attract you, to say yes, so that whether you are already on a discovery call and you need to build rapport quickly to get them to say yes to that sale, or whether you are meeting someone in person at some random spot, you build up a conversation, you strike up that you are a coach, and you get them on a call that way as well. Now remember, it's always going to be easier to sell to someone that is already in your network. And again, that is why putting out that content so they can see who you are is going to be so important, because this already helps them to know, like, and trust you. But if you're doing these kind of colder approaches with somebody new or those random people, then we really want to make sure that we are building that rapport with them quickly. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you next week. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you think I missed anything important for building rapport. I'd love to hear some of your guys' techniques as well. Thanks guys, see you soon.